Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are heading on a quest to uncover one of life's biggest mysteries. What's the real secret to a long, happy, and truly meaningful life? And our journey is taking us all the way to Japan to explore this one powerful idea that might just change everything you thought you knew about your own life. So let's get into it. Just think about that for a minute. For most of us, the big goal is to work really hard, save up, and then just stop. We call it retirement. But what if that's not the goal at all? In Japan, there isn't really a word for retiring in that final stop everything sense. The whole idea is to keep doing what you love, what gives you purpose, for as long as you possibly can. It totally flips the script from this finish line of rest to a lifelong journey of purpose. So our first stop on this quest is a pretty amazing place. It's an island way down in the south of Japan that holds some incredible clues to this whole mystery. We're heading to Okinawa. Okay, get a load of this number, 24.55. That's how many people are over 100 years old for every 100,000 people in Okinawa. To put that in perspective, it just blows the global average out of the water. This incredible longevity has made Okinawa famous as a blue zone, one of these very few, very special places on Earth where people just live exceptionally long and healthy lives. So what on earth is their secret? Now, Okinawa isn't totally alone. There are these other blue zones, right? You've got Sardinia in Italy, Loma Linda in California. Each one has its own special thing going on. But researchers believe that Okinawa holds this particularly powerful key, and it's not just about what they eat. So what is it? What is this big secret? Well, the force that seems to power these long, happy lives is this beautiful, profound concept they call Ikigai. Ikigai, it's basically your reason for being. It's that thing that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning, totally fired up. And here's the cool part. The Japanese believe that everyone has an Ikigai. It's not something you have to invent out of thin air. It's already there, deep inside you, just waiting for you to discover it. You know, to really get the power of finding your why, we can look at the work of a psychiatrist named Viktor Frankl. He created something called logotherapy. Now, unlike psychoanalysis, which is all about digging into your past, logotherapy is all about looking forward. It's built on this idea that what really drives us as humans isn't pleasure. It's the search for what we personally find meaningful. And this quote, man, it just nails the heart of both logotherapy and Ikigai. Frankl, who was a survivor of the concentration camps, saw this with his own eyes. He realized that the people who had the best chance of making it through were the ones who had a purpose, a reason to keep going, a project to finish, a person to see again. When you have a strong enough why, you can deal with almost any how. So having a purpose is one thing, right? But what does it actually feel like when you're living it? That brings us to this next really cool idea, the state of flow. You know that feeling, right? When you're just so into something. Maybe it's playing music, or working in the garden, or coding, or solving a really tough puzzle, that hours just vanish. You forget to eat, the world outside just disappears, and your sense of self kind of melts away. That feeling, that's flow. Yeah, that state has a name. The psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi called it flow. And you can think of flow as the engine that really drives a life of Ikigai. It's when you're not just doing something, you kind of become the thing you're doing. The joy isn't about some future reward, it's in the process itself. So how do we find this magical state? It's all about balance. Think about it. If a task is way too easy for you, you get bored, right? But if it's way too hard, you get anxious and stressed out. Flow lives in that perfect sweet spot, right at the edge of your current skills. It's where you're challenged, you're stretching yourself, but you're not totally overwhelmed. And this brings us to one of the biggest enemies of flow in our modern world, multitasking. We all think we're being super efficient, but the science is clear. Our productivity tanks by as much as 60%. Your brain isn't actually doing two things at once. It's just switching back and forth really, really fast. And that just kills the deep focus you need to get into a state of flow. Okay, so we've got the mindset of purpose, we've got the feeling of flow, but what does this actually look like in daily life? Let's dig into the practical, everyday secrets of the centenarians in Okinawa that lay the foundation for this kind of life. You hear this phrase a lot in Okinawa. It's a little piece of wisdom they say before they eat, hara hachibu. It just means eat until you're about 80% full. It's a simple reminder to stop just before you feel stuffed. The idea is that this little bit of restraint keeps you from overworking your body with digestion, which is thought to speed up how fast our cells age. It's not about being hungry. It's about being mindful. Here's another absolute cornerstone of life in Okinawa, the moai. This is essentially your chosen family. It's a super tight-knit group of friends that you have for your entire life. They meet up all the time, they help each other out, they even pull money sometimes. Just knowing you're part of a tribe, that you have people who have your back no matter what, well, that's a massive ingredient for a long, happy life. This whole Okinawan attitude is captured so perfectly in this quote from a local elder. He said the secret is to just stay busy and focused. If you keep moving with your fingers working, 100 years will come to you. The lesson is so simple and so powerful. Don't worry about the number, just keep doing, keep moving, keep creating. So we've explored the philosophy, we've talked about the feeling, and we've seen the daily habits. Now let's bring it all home. Let's talk about you and your own personal journey to find your Ikigai. I mean, that's the big one, isn't it? How do you actually find this thing? Well, it's not some lightning bolt moment or grand revelation. It's more like a patient search. It starts by just paying attention to what already makes you feel engaged, what already brings you joy. It starts by figuring out what makes you flow. Okay, here's a super practical way to start. First, just make a list. What are all the things you do that put you in that flow state? Don't overthink it, don't judge it, just write them down. Second, look at your list. Is there a pattern, a common thread? Maybe it's about solving problems or creating something with your hands or connecting with people. And third, use that theme as your compass. Go try new things that are related to it. This isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a way of life, of consciously building a life that feels right to you. This declaration from one of the world's longest-living communities, it just captures the spirit of Ikigai so perfectly. It's not about finding a single static answer. It's about nurturing this mindset of purpose, of staying active, of loving the journey. It's the art of staying young while you grow old. And it leaves us with this one final thought. What if the whole point of life isn't to finally arrive somewhere, but to simply keep traveling with joy?